Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play Legend of Zelda with Minish Cap. In the last episode, we found the Minish, or the Picori as they're called, and in this episode, we're going to be going into the first dungeon of the game, Deepwood Shrine. So let's get started. Yeah, your best bet is probably to come up with us because, you know, you can barely even walk, you hat thing. So, yeah, this first dungeon's just the easiest. Right here, all we have to do is push that block, really not that much of a puzzle. So, now we have Dark, and construction of these slug enemies, I can't remember what they're called, but they go down pretty easily as well, fortunately. Yeah, if these guys give you trouble, then you're doing something wrong. So, as you'll notice in here, you can see these, looks to be these torches in the ground. You don't really have anything to light them with, so what you do is, all you do is just step on the button, and that lights up the room. It's really easy, not, yet again, not really any type of puzzle to speak of. And doing that reveals a chest, which contains a small key. Those of you who haven't played a Legend of Zelda game, you can use them to open up locked doors in dungeons, but they can't open up the boss door, and you can only use them inside the dungeon you get them in. Which makes sense, because you're really in one dungeon at a time. I just said that. Thank you, Ezra, for your useless advice, but whatever. Now that the room, and got these guys falling from the ceiling. Oh boy. You can see their shadows coming on the ground from a long way away, so not all that difficult to take out. So we have a switch right here. A lever? It's a lever, excuse me. Yep, stand in front of it and press R, which is kind of like the action button of this game, and that'll make that bridge appear. Now with a mushroom. It doesn't really do anything. What do you have to do with this? Grab it. Because mushrooms are totally the stretchy, and then release. And now you can use mushrooms to travel. For Mario they make them bigger, but for us they just fling us. Not really what a mushroom does, but I'll take it. Oh, more mushrooms. This time of the mobile variety. Now these enemies... Yeah, it doesn't look like you can kill them right now. That's right, you need this dungeon's item to kill them. And they leave spores on the ground, so let's just avoid them for now. Yes, thank you for that. As though getting scale mixed up. So, this barrel is normally able to spin. What you have to do for this, step on the switch to ignite that again. And now this barrel's free rolling. So yeah, it's got kind of a cool effect. Excuse me, you can't have it roll right now, or we've got to get it rolling. As you can see, you can't really do anything. However, there's another exit right in here. So now we're in the other side of the dungeon. Looks like there's something that should be right there, but we can't get to it right now. So in here, oh no, we have two switches. What are we ever going to do? We push that, push this, and now the barrel's rolling. Sorry about that, it's been a while since I played this dungeon, but fortunately that wasn't too big of a screw up. So now, we have this cool effect. What? Yes, the barrel can finally move now, we just walk in place. Right here we have a spider web, but we can't do anything about that right now. So, here right now, we're just getting the barrel moving, rolling. We seem to be doing a lot of rolling, but just go out here to the next part of the dungeon. Now we have this thing right here. Bit of a more difficult attack pattern, and that was a really dumb hit. So what we do here is we have two different lengths we can get the mushroom to, as you can see by the marks on the ground. See, first I'm going to go all the way out and see what happens. See any hearts? know, what a waste of pot. That didn't come out right, but anyways, here we have the dungeon map. You can check in your map screen. Yeah, so now when we go to our map in the main menu, we can see a map of the dungeon. It can just kind of help you navigate in case you get lost, but it doesn't really have that much detail, unfortunately. But it's still useful to have. Piece of heart right there, we'll be getting to that later. And now let's go to that other area this mushroom can get you to. Just go to where that other mark in the floor is, and it just launches you across like that. So let's go left here. More slugs on the ground. That was just a bad hit on my part. Something to hold down the switch. Alright, admittedly, this actually gave me some trouble the first time I played this game, but I was in 5th grade, so what we do, let's see. We don't drown. That's generally a bad thing to do. Avoid it if you can. So we just have to push this pot over. You don't have to press anything, just move against it. And there you go, this bridge appears. This just kind of gave me trouble because that didn't seem like you should be able to push it. You can't in some other games. Still not really any excuse. Yes, you can push or pull stuff as low. Thank you. What you have to do for this one, you just have to make sure you trap yourself in. Yes, Nintendo, trapping yourself in gives you treasure. You just have to get these two out because, like you just saw, the chest disappears unless both the switches are being weighed down. And here we get another small key. So, that's pretty easy. So yeah, not too bad. This first dungeon is pretty easy. And the bridge just magically appeared again. Not really sure why it would disappear in the first place, but that's just Nintendo logic, to use a certain other phrase from someone. So, now let's backtrack a little bit, and try to find out where this key goes. So let's see, I think that entrance to where the key is over here, so just roll in again. And yes, here we are. Use key on door. Hello? Why? Hello? Hello? Open. There we go. Why is it mapped to the R button? I don't know. Alright, not the best form of control. Alright, we're not going in there yet because there's no way back. So let's grab the mushroom. That's right, boys and girls. When you see a mushroom, you grab it. So with that, we have another bridge, and now we can grab another mushroom. Oh boy. Release! The Kraken? No, the mushroom. Now we have many more pots. Lots and lots more pots. Sorry. So, a lot more slugs in this room, and more simple block pushing puzzles. So fortunately, until you get the item that this dungeon has, puzzles really aren't all that bad. You know, it's first dungeon game, pretty simple. Let's see. Alright, hold on a second. Wow, my mind is just drawing a blank right now. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can't do anything with this one. So instead, Alright, I am very sorry about this. Oh, wow, wow. Alright. That was really stupid of me. You just have to push that first block over so that you can go through the door. Block pushing puzzles. Block pushing puzzles. Alright, so yes, what appeared to be an empty room is in fact swarming with enemies. So these kind of aggressively rush you a little bit, but as long as you keep aware of your surroundings and just keep spamming the B button, you'll wind up with a key. So let's continue on, and we're back. We're started, and now it's finally time for us to go up. Because you did everything in that section of the dungeon, now it's the next one. Heart, don't really need it though. Whatever, I'll take it. Let's see, more enemies. And now let's just see what's here. Oh crap. Alright, that leads back outside to the barrel room. But it doesn't look like there's a whole lot to do in here right now anyways, because of all the spores and mushrooms. Yeah, I don't really get why there are two big varieties of mushrooms here. There are the gigantic walking and attacking kind, and then there are the kind that you can use as a means of transportation. Yeah, Zelda's never really made sense. That's not even counting the Mario mushrooms. I'm just overlooking things, whatever. Don't drown, Link. Link really loves drowning for whatever reason. But we have a chest right here. You've got the compass. Use it to find the hidden locations of items. So, that map we had before, now you can see chests in it, which is pretty useful. Because it allows you to, you know, see what treasure you have in the dungeon and what you haven't collected. So for those of you completionists out there, go crazy. So, glad I stopped here, but now I guess we're stuck backtracking to that last room. Let's see, we have two doors. I really should have been expecting that. Jeez, I'm just horrible today. Let's see, can a pot kill them? Yes, it can. But they drop even more spores on death. There we go, hearts. Heart for the hero. Come on. Give me all the pots you have. Yeah, not really good word choice either. And alright, we have a web in there. However, fortunately, we have the key that we got. So our button, need to remember that. And we have our first mini-boss. This worm type thing. It resembles the Wigglers from the Mario games, because when you attack it, it becomes angry, and then you have to slash at its back. Now, playing tag with it, just avoid it until it turns blue again. Thankfully the enemy is color-coded for your convenience, and just repeat the cycle. Cool, I almost didn't hit it. That would have been really, really bad on my part. And again, I think one more time ought to do it. No, I was wrong. Alright, yeah, do not rely on me for boss information. I'm generally wrong with this kind of stuff, and I apologize. Sorry, I'm only human. Barely got any hit there. Come on, come at me, bro. Come on. Not like that. I did not mean that literally. There we go. First mini-boss, not too bad. And with that, we get the Gust Jar. Hold the button to draw things in, and release it to fire it out. Set it to A or B on the item screen to use it. And this brings me to something I was trying to explain at the beginning of this Let's Play, which is the item selecting system, where since in the console Zeldas, you can have your sword constantly on B, and then you have multiple other buttons to assign items to. Instead, all of your buttons are on A or B. So, you know, you can have your sword to A and your shield to B, you can have your Gust Jar on A and your shield on B, you don't even have to have the sword equipped. So it's a pretty flexible item system. However, for this, just gonna have the sword on B and the Gust Jar on A. Good balanced one. So with the Gust Jar, you may have noticed these, we can now draw them in and release them. It's kind of similar to the Gust Bellows in Skyward Sword for those of you who have played it. For those of you who haven't played it, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it. Sorry about that. But go down here, Piece of Hearts. Now with 3, collect just one more to increase your life energy. So, anyways though, I think that I'm gonna end things off right here. So, in the next episode, we are hopefully gonna be finishing this dungeon. See you guys then.